This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're in Sheffield today. We've just had the announcement of the Team GB team that's going to be going to qualifiers ahead of the Tokyo Olympics. With me, Galal Yafai. Galal, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks yourself.
Very good, thank you for asking. As mentioned, we've just had the squad announced, which you'll be a part of. We've got the qualifiers ahead of the Olympics coming up in London. How excited are you that it's that close? The Tokyo Olympics is so close now.
Yeah, well, obviously the qualifier now is about 6 weeks away, I think. So yeah, I'm solely just thinking about that really. When I qualify, hopefully, God willing I do, then I can think about the Tokyo Olympics. But for now, it's just solely thinking about qualifying.
Obviously, we always hear the term first-timer for a lot of these guys. This isn't your first time. You were there in Rio. Do you feel you're 4 years wiser, 4 years more experience, and will have the benefit of having been to an Olympic Games and experienced that before?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, 4 years ago, Rio, I learnt a lot there. The whole process, just getting used to being around all these other athletes in the Olympic Games. It's a big and daunting thing, but I'm used to it now, so it should put me in good stead.
Obviously, you've been there and experienced it. How does going to the Olympics compare to a Europeans or a Worlds? Obviously, it's the pinnacle for most boxers to go to the Olympic Games. How does it feel different? How is the experience different?
For me, it's just the deal that people make out of boxing. Because it's Olympic Games, it's massive. You get a massive profile. You get to box on a massive stage, but to me it's just the same as the European Championships and the same as the World Championships.
And obviously both of your brothers are professional. You decide to stay in for another Olympic cycle. Are you happy you've made that decision to stay in and give it another 4 years ahead of Tokyo?
Yeah, definitely. I was a bit of a novice in the last Olympic Games. I didn't have that many fights. I was relatively new on the squad, I just got on. So now I've had 4 years experience. Like we said earlier, I've been to World Championships, European Championships, Commonwealth Championships, Olympic Games. So it's all worked out well for me now. So yeah.
Obviously last year you medalled at the Europeans. I think you went on the quarterfinals of the Worlds as well, but had that experience. Do you feel in good form? Do you feel good going into this Olympic year?
Yeah, I feel good now. I've just moved up weight not long ago as well. So I've been to 2 tournaments at 52. I feel fully fledged now. I feel strong. So it's just a great time for me really. I've just got to qualify now.
Obviously we're here in Sheffield today at the Institute of Sport. Fantastic facilities around us. How beneficial is it to have these facilities and to have Rob and all the coaches around here, a state-of-the-art setup to help you sort of develop and get ready for the biggest tournament of your career as well?
Yeah, it's the best. We've got everything the best up here in Great Britain. As you can see with all the other lads, obviously you've got Pat McCormack, Peter McGrail, Luke McCormack, Fraser Clark. I can go through the whole weights and everyone's just a great fighter. And as you see in tournaments, how good everyone does. We're one of the top countries in the world now, so it's all down to being here and being under all the great coaches here, all the support staff. So it gets the best out of us.
As a group of top-class amateurs, you're used to travelling here, there and everywhere for competitions, whether it's qualifiers or Europeans or Worlds. The qualifiers coming up for the Olympics are actually going to be in London, a nice change for you all. How nice is that to know that you're not only going to have the support of the home crowd, but friends and family who I'll be sure will be coming down in droves as well?
Oh, you know what? It's brilliant that it's in London. It's great to have your friends and your family support, but I like being home. I'm a homely person, so I like being home. I hate going to other countries and staying in hotels and getting used to their times, and I'd just rather be at home, you know. It's only an hour and a half from me, London, so hopefully, God willing, I qualify and I can drive home after that. It's not far from me.
Now, Rob McCracken has been sort of in charge of the development of this Team GB programme for just over a decade now. He's brought his team in, he's sort of put his own stamp on things. I think he's had 8 Olympic medalists since he came in. How much credit does that man deserve for this transformation we've seen and everything you guys have as well?
Oh, brilliant. Rob's a great coach, as everyone knows, and he just happens to be from my city as well, Birmingham. So he's a great coach, and all the other coaches too. They're all very knowledgeable, and they all just get the best out of us, which is the main thing really. It's all about the boxers, and they do their utmost to get the best out of us, and they do. So that's all that matters really.
From one McCracken to another, Max has got his hands full with your brothers at the minute. We'll start with Gamal. He's got himself a European title fight. Do you expect him to come back with a belt, and how much are you looking forward to him getting that opportunity as well?
Yeah, definitely. Gamal, he's had a bit of a rough road really. He did both his biceps in the last year or two. But I think now it's his year now. He has to go to Italy to fight, and I think he will win. I think he's more than good enough. and then he can push on into world titles. But first of all, yeah, we'll get the European belt, and obviously I'll be there as well, supporting him after the qualifier. So hopefully Cal will defend his world title against Roman Gonzalez. I'll qualify and then Gamal can win his belt too.
Could be a great year for the family. On to Cal, as you mentioned, talk of the town at the minute. He's finally got himself that big fight that he wanted. Roman Gonzalez, Chocolatito, out in the States. How happy are you for him to finally get that big opportunity that he's been craving?
Yeah, it's great. The thing is, I'm a big fan of Roman Gonzalez. I've been for years. I always used to watch his fights and stay up for his fights, and I still study him to this day. So it's a bit funny that he's fighting my brother Cal. But yeah, I won't be supporting him on this one. I think Cal, it's a great fight for Cal, and I think he can definitely win. For me, I think he's going to win. But I think he's going to win. He's going to win good as well. Not just going to be one of them close little fights. I think he's going to win good, and he's going to get the best out of him too. Because to be fair, he hasn't been his best for the last few fights, and he knows that, and we know that too. And he often gets criticised for it. But I think he can put it all right in this next fight.
As you mentioned, there have been some accusations of Cal's performances in the last sort of year or two. Maybe he's treading water, waiting for that big fight, not being fully motivated. You know your brother. Now he's got that big name in front of him, a legend of the sport. Do you think we now see the best of him?
Yeah, this is the fight he needed. You see now when he trains, he's more excited to fight. He can't wait. He's raring to go. Before he was just trying to get through these fights. You know what I mean? And I think he deserves this big fight. And after this as well, we can get another big fight, hopefully. But hopefully just get through this one.
Now, when my colleague Andy went down and spoke to Max and Cal, they were dismissive of talk that Chocolatito may be over the hill regardless of recent form. Do you think it's imperative that he still prepares for that top level fighter, that top tier fighter that we've seen for so many years and not expect anything less?
Oh, definitely. I think I don't think we're disillusioned enough to know or to think that he was once what he was. But I still do think he's good enough to beat all the other fighters too. I still think he'd give any of them a hard night, and I still think he can become a world champion as well. I think he could beat one of the other world champions too. So Cal has to be on his game, or he's getting that belt took off him. But Cal will be on it. He's always on it, to be fair. So yeah.
Now back to yourself. I came in here today, and obviously we've got all the British Olympic medalists on the walls around me. We're running out of space up here. How much would it mean to you to go out there to Tokyo and bring something back as well? Would that be the pinnacle of your career today?
Oh, Definitely. Olympic medalist is a massive thing, and we all want to see our names and our picture on these walls. And I always walk in, and I've been good friends with Josh Butsy, and I always see his picture on the wall there. And I always say, it's one thing I'd love to have my picture on the wall here, and to come back and just have a look at it. So hopefully it can become a reality. But before that, I've got to qualify. So one step at a time.
I'll leave the final word to you, Galal. For everyone that will be coming down to support you at those qualifiers in London, what message would you give them?
Just thanks to everyone that's supporting us, just the whole team. Hopefully everyone can get behind us, and it can give us an extra push really to qualify, because we're doing our best to qualify, and we're all dream of qualifying. And it'll be a big push if everyone can come down and support us.
Well, Galal, thank you very much for speaking to us. Best of luck with your preparations. I'm sure we'll see you soon.